Hey, hey, what is going on, everyone? One day closer to Friday. Hope everyone's having a good day. Streaming a little earlier than normal today, just because I gotta pick my son up later this evening from work, so here we are. Hang out, chill, watch some KVK, talk about whatever comes up. This is the 2489 KVK at the moment. Again, the graphic in the upper right hand corner I did steal from another content creator, so forget exactly who that was. It might have been Apocalypse, so thank you for that. We are on the 2489 KVK at the moment. Hey, Lawrence. Yep. 2160. We were allies with you in a prior KVK, right? The DR guys, the doctors, as we call them. Everyone has DR in front of their name, so we said, yeah, that's the doctors. So yeah, it should be a fun time. What do you know about 1570? I know you guys, or your leadership team, had said 1570 was good friends with you guys, or had been allies with you in the past, and they were a bunch of fighters, so should be a good time. I know we got the Discord server up already, and everyone's been active in there, and oh boy, there's even chats in there already. Oh, just people saying hello and waving. Okay, good. Nothing I need to pay attention to yet, right? Okay. So, yeah, not this last KVK, but the one before. We had allied 2160. Well, why'd these guys break the rally off? Interesting. We were allied with, we were in a different camp, but we were allied with the camp that 2160 was in. And that was a KVK there was not a whole hell of a lot of fighting in. So I'm anxious to see what you guys can do, because you got some really solid players in that kingdom. I know several of them were competing pretty consistently for the top spots in Lost Canyon, so. And everyone I talked to from 2160 was very respectful and very, very good-natured. Hey guys, YMC. Flip. All right, congrats. Hopefully you mean Scipio Prime and not the purple Scipio, not the epic Scipio, right? My assumption anyway. Lampo the goat, yeah, whatever. No, not the goat. In my opinion, MF is the goat. So yeah, we can go and look at the 1307 KVK. As far as the KVK one that the new so-called Kraken Jordan is in. I mean, he's a Kraken for KVK one, most definitely. I was just there. I didn't see anything going on. The Nephisto KVK, it looks like the drama has maybe subsided and Kingsland has settled down there, so there wasn't anything there to watch. But we can check out 1307. I didn't see a whole heck of a lot of action there. There were lots of troops coming from this pass north to south, but I didn't see a whole lot of action or armies waiting down here to defend anything. So I think they're pretty much in a holding pattern in this KVK until Kingsland opens. There was a little bit of action down on the 1V side. MF is dead weight. Okay, whatever. That's a good one. I've seen MF have a good 50, 60 million. Let's look. I think he might still have screenshots actually. Okay, so there's 40 million deads. There's 55 million deads. Hey, Alloys and Horseplay. Good afternoon, Josh. So yeah, here's if the most you've ever seen is 50 million, then right here, 55 million. There's proof. Hey, all right, another ally here in chat. Good. Are you allies or are you? Well, I guess nobody knows who we're fighting against, do they? As far as King of the Nile goes, this is our team. 2160. We played a KVK with them already. They were in an allied camp in a prior KVK. 1570 is friends with 2160, so they were another choice there. Looked at their stats, really good fighters, some really good fighters in that kingdom. I'm not too familiar with 1543, 1453. Oh boy, try saying that 10 times fast. 1543, 1453, 1543, 1453, right? Or 2233, but I'm sure it'll be a good fun time. Isn't 55 million like 500 million power? 500, yeah, 550 million power. Hey, and there's Kat. Welcome, welcome. Hasty. Yeah, MF. I think that was the KVK where he went to 1365 for. MF is an absolute beast when there is fighting going on. Absolute beast. Yeah, it's nice. A D-seed KVK without 20 kingdoms in it. Our last few heroic anthems have been 5 kingdoms in each of the 4 camps, so you got 20 there. And we did one Strife of the 8, never again. That was 32 kingdoms. So it was absolutely crazy. Just the diplomacy and the headaches and trying to communicate with people in 20 different camps and arrange allies and figure out strategies when you have 4 kingdoms in each of the camps. Even if you're only allied with one camp, it's quite a nightmare. Quite a nightmare. Did the rally hit Horseplay, or did you bubble up or TP out? Yeah, I mean, Redline was showing a Strife of the 8 with D Kingdoms on his KVK yesterday, and he was, I mean, his eyes popped out of his head when he saw 32 kingdoms in it. Yeah, I mean, some of the matchmaking for these low seed KVKs, specifically Heroic Anthem and Strife of the 8, it's just, I mean, last KVK, I almost felt sorry for the camps we were going against, because we were going against kingdoms that were doing their first, maybe their second season of Conquest KVK, and we're here doing our 7th or 8th. It didn't seem fair. I mean, they took it like men, they took it like champs, but, at the same time, it has to discourage some new kingdoms who are getting into their first season of Conquest, and they're coming up against kingdoms that have been through 6, 7, 8 season of Conquest already and have multiple gold accessories, have multiple KVK helmets, KVK weapons. You'd think they could do something a little bit differently, a little bit better. And Alloys, I know you left Plato's stream the other night because you didn't agree with me not suggesting he get a motherboard, but at the end of the day, the parts we were looking to upgrade were going to be right around $2,000, so we talked him into just getting a brand new PC. So he's looking at a 13900K with obviously a new motherboard and 32 gigs of DDR5 and a 4900 graphics card, and did the whole PC parts picker, priced it all out for him. But, I mean, I understand where you're coming from on the motherboard deal. But at the same time, when I originally started talking to him about it, he gave me a much smaller budget than he had. So that's why we were looking to do it as efficiently as possible, as cheaply as possible, to get him through the next year or two. Justin, YMC, you're saying in chat earlier that Lambo's the GOAT, Cat's the number 2 GOAT. No, right? Justin's the GOAT, man. Every single stream, he's in here dropping a 20 bomb, a 50 bomb. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Can't wait to watch Justin in action in his new kingdom, 254. See who they come up against. Maybe he'll be fighting against Plato. I know they're trying to arrange a KVK pop at the same time. Nice, Pete. Nice. Yeah, Lost Kingdom chat, I try to stay out of there as much as possible. And here's the thing. If I go into LKC, I try and kill them with kindness. I don't try and be toxic at all. If somebody's insulting me, telling me that I'm ugly, I'm going to tell them they're the most beautiful person in the world. For the simple fact that pisses them off even more, to know that they're not getting under my skin. So let me just test something out here. Got a little bit of a new graphic. There we go. If you haven't done so yet, we are on the road to 1K subs. If you're not already subscribed, your subscription is greatly appreciated. It's 100% free. And we're trying to reach that 1K goal. Once we do, we will be giving away some merchandise. A hoodie, a t-shirt, and a coffee mug to 3 lucky contestants. Cat, there's a Lost Kingdom chat? Really? Yeah, I 100% agree, Aloys. I mean, some of these douchebags make accounts in kingdoms just to stir up shit. You know, and then you got players in other kingdoms that are making accounts in the KVK kingdom simply to cause trouble. So yeah, I mean, Lost Kingdom chat is what it is, right? If I just block half the people in there. Hell yeah, Justin. Just looking to fight. Yeah, that sounds quite funny, YMC. I mean, I was in 1039 for a while. I was there, and Chisgo migrated in shortly before KVK 1 ended. You know, we did some interesting things in there in the off season to keep it fresh. We would do tournaments. You know, everyone bring 2 armies. You know, a bracketed tournament. You know, he who comes out on top wins a pot at the end. It was like a 20 million resource buy-in for each of the 4 different resource types, and then everyone brought 2 armies, and in the end, he who came out on top won. I think Chisgo won one of those. I think he's got an old video about it, but you know, we did things like that just to keep it fresh, because it got kind of boring in the early stages of this game before KVK. It was like a year before the first KVK, And then in between KVKs, it seemed to go a little longer than, 2 weeks. We're gonna offer you a KVK. 2 more weeks. They made a YouTube video of your kingdom. You were very impressed. Oh, good, Pete. I mean, the thing is, people. If you have people that only want to migrate to your kingdom after you win a KVK, those are generally not going to be the people that you want in the kingdom. If you have people that want to migrate to your kingdom because they saw you fighting tenaciously even though you lost, those are the people that are probably going to be good for your kingdom. I think, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure Cat will correct me if I am, but every KVK we get dozens and dozens of people wanting to migrate to our kingdom, and I would say half of them drop off as soon as you tell them that a written application is needed, and then a verbal voice interview, and maybe of the remaining half, maybe 1 out of every 4 or 5 actually passes the test. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. I thought there'd be more action than this. This is about the only action we could find. We can go look up here again, but there was nothing going on last time we were up here. I don't know. This Cleo is going to do some serious damage. Saving a teleport spot there for someone. So apparently last night after I stopped streaming, 79 took the pass, and they did a nice massive push through here. At least that's what I'm told. I was hoping we would see some more action today than we're actually seeing, but I mean, 1v is just kind of doing a little bit here, a little bit there. Well, maybe they're coming now to do a rally on this AF. We'll see. Yeah, one of the 307 players sent a Cleopatra through the pass, and it was the only army marching through enemy territory. Looking pretty sexy. Cleo strutting her stuff there. Everyone was scared. They were all hiding in their cities. Yeah, YMC. The thing is, we look at stats, right? But at the same time, stats are not all we go by. If you fill out an application and Cat likes your answers, and you come on voice and you have a good attitude and you seem like a cool person that's going to mesh well with our existing players, that's more important than numbers. The numbers will come. The numbers will come. You just fight with us, and if MF tanks and you go in behind them, you're gonna get the kills. If I tank and you come in behind me, you're gonna get the kills. Or Mavic or Cat or Stitch or Resurgence, or if any of our players who are maxing tech consistently in nearly every KVK, you just follow them into battle and target the targets that we're calling out on voice, or target the targets that have the little purple dot from Tommy, you're going to get the kills. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Aloys. Strife used to be, pretty much 24/7, 7 days a week fighting, but now the way everyone is blocking passes with forts, it's 3 days of fighting, and if nobody breaks through, then it's like, okay, let's just wait for Kingsland. It's kind of disappointing. I wish they would limit the forts somehow. You know, I know they're doing that with the new KVK, right? You can only build forts next to a pass or next to a holy site, but you're still gonna forts are still gonna touch the pass. You know, you're still gonna have these kingdoms that have, you know, 3 made alliances and 20 farm alliances that are just dropping fort after fort after fort. So I don't know that that's going to improve things tremendously. I wish it was a different meta, but I think that's part of the reason we don't do strife anymore. Well, that and 32 kingdoms in a KVK is absolutely crazy. I'll be honest though, it's funny. It's kind of funny in a D Kingdom though when D Kingdoms try and block a pass with forts. 1428, several KVKs ago, they did a fantastic job with doing that, but most kingdoms can't do it. And you know, not like these Imperium kingdoms that have 3 or 4 whales that just shovel troops in, or have unlimited farm accounts where they can just shovel troops in. You know, we can generally still take forts down. Yeah, I can see resources being an issue too. And I mean, in some of these big kingdoms, you can't find level 6 resources to save your life. You know, so you're stuck farming level 3, level 4 resource nodes, and I can't see that being very getting resources very quickly that way, right? You know, the thing is, in some of these Imperiums, yeah, you can create 3 gazillion farms, but at the same time, you know, you have resource sellers in those kingdoms that have 3 gazillion farms each so that they can supply their buyers. You know, that's the nice thing about a small kingdom is I have no trouble finding level 5 or level 6 resource nodes. Level 6 gold nodes, there are certain times of the day where, okay, you got to switch to level 5s. But for the most part, I have no trouble farming here. And that's not just on one account, of course, that's on my main account and then all 10 of my farms. I'll be honest, there was one time that I purchased resources. One time. In 4 years, one time. And that's when I first came to 29. But I didn't, you know, the thing is, I didn't even need them. I mean, if you got 4 good farms that are at level 25 and you're in there a few times a day collecting from the collectors, and at least you're in the Alliance resource pit whenever it's built, and overnight, of course, it should be okay. That was years ago. And I'm just being honest here. If Lilith doesn't realize it's happening, they're fucking stupid. So what do we got? Is this YSS Heracles? I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm sure someone's clipped that and sent that to Lilith already. But if Lilith doesn't realize there are resource sellers and resource buyers, and I mean, Some of these guys with 60 billion resources, you can't tell me that's all from daily bundles and packs and shit. I mean, you can't tell me people are getting, 10, 12 billion kill points per KVK and not doing things that are quote unquote illegal, whether it be account sharing or whether it be buying resources. But as long as Lilith makes their money from it, right, they are. I guarantee you they are. No, yes and no, Cat. I mean, when I first got to the kingdom, MF is sending me resources, and I'm like, no, stop. I have 8 accounts that I'm bringing here. They all have bags I can pop. Stop. If I need resources, I'll ask. And then he had me all scared going into KVK, and I'm like, okay. Someone sell me some resources? It's possible. I mean, Ahmed Aziz is a cool dude, right? I know MF is friends with them, and if MF says he's a good guy, I take MF at his word. But yeah, some. I mean, and maybe if you're maxing out the shop on a daily basis, those are all bags or tiles or whatever people call those that you can pop, but. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying. I'm sure Lilith knows what's going on. So here's the thing. I'm good friends with Kat, MF, all the players in this alliance, right? So if they vouch for someone, that person's good in my book. What was that for? Well, at least we got to see one fort rally today. I mean, that's the same in real life, right? If I'm the manager of a business and I have a good, solid employee that comes up to me and says, hey, I have a friend I can vouch for, needs a job, that's somebody I'm going to hire with, not necessarily through the normal interview process, just because. What, did that explosion wake up your sister? If so, I'm sorry. When a fort goes down, I pop the nuke. Should I hit it again? Maybe some applause? Just watching 1v and 64 do a little bit of field fighting here. If y'all know where there's action in a KVK, just drop some coordinates in chat and we'll jump over there. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on in this one. back up to the 307 side, see if there's any happy, joy up here. Felipe, who you rallying, Felipe? Felipe, if you're listening, you should let Bulba rally with his Dragon Lancer Attila. I think we all want to see that. So I got the wrong map up there now, don't I? The piranha, they smell blood in the water. Gonna hit those marches after the rally. Felipe, you're a one pump chump. That city must have been zeroed already, or they're doing that for the resources. God only knows. Frog is fast. He must have T1s in there. He was keeping up with those dead marches, wasn't he? Alright, we can take a look at this KVK one here. Looks like green, which is Jordan's kingdom. They pushed the light blue out yesterday. My belief is that green and blue are allied, and red has come to some sort of peace agreement with them to farm in King's Land or get some rewards. That would be my assumption, just based on the territory here, but I didn't see any fighting here earlier. Just your normal hitting farmers, attacking through the pass type deal. So this is the Nephisto KVK that Laxus Gaming is also in. The drama-filled KVK. I think Chisgall even made a video about all the drama here earlier today. It's light and dark, so it's, you know, the top two and the bottom two versus the left two and the right two. And I guess overall, this Green Kingdom did not think that the rewards were being split fairly. They did not like how things were being calculated, so they made a deal with the enemy like Nephisto's kingdom. This is my understanding anyway. If I'm off, somebody please correct me in chat. You know, they allied with 31 and then 31 to get some land in King's Land, and then everyone decided, hey, let's all gang up on 31 and 14. So now you've got light camps and dark camps all in King's Land, and who the hell knows what they're going to do for rewards. Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised by that too, Alloys. The fewer camps in a kingdom, the more rewards, the more chances you have to get rewards, right? So, but now with that most recent update, what did they say yesterday? And this always happens to 29, right? We go into a KVK and Lilith comes out and says, "Oh, by the way, we're updating KVK. We're changing some things around to make it better." Like inter-coalition diplomacy, that would have been nice. The testimony rewards. You can only reward 240 now to your own camp coalitions, but you can reward. You can reward them to another camp right here. Yep. Testimonies can be awarded to any coalition in any camp, not just your own. So, you could come up against an opponent that does a fantastic job, that fights you tooth and nail to the bitter end, and you could give them 60, even though they might not be in your set of allies. And then your camp no longer needs to control your own Crusader fortress for you to receive the rewards. So, I like these changes. At the same time, I doubt that we'll get them in our KVK because we're in the team up phase. So we'll see. Yeah, some of those inscriptions are big time OP. And it's bound to happen. Sooner or later, you're going to have formations, you're going to have armaments, you're going to have inscriptions in Ark of Osiris. So the teams like 1V, the teams like 60GT, the 2489s, the teams that are planning to compete at the top levels of Osiris League are going to be pushing hard in KVK, and one would think a heroic Anthem might benefit them more than a Strife of the Eight. Like this last 1365 or 1960 1365 KVK, right? I genuinely felt that 93 deserved the zig at the end. Nothing against 960. They are tenacious, hell of a fighters, one of the top kingdoms in the game for sure, but I thought 1093 did. Not better is not the word I'm looking for, but I thought 1093 outperformed them by just a hair. They held off two entire camps when the Pass 6 opened. They burned those camps consistently when the Pass 6 opened. They held multiple fronts in Kingsland multiple times. So, I thought 1093 deserves a zig at the end. But, what do they say? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. But, hey, kudos to all the teams in that KVK. That was a hell of a KVK to watch, a hell of a KVK to spectate, a hell of a KVK to cast. It was a fun time. We can only hope that 254 gets a KVK like that as well, and we'll have another one to watch here shortly. I don't know, Alloys, you're in 365. Who do you think deserved the zig? 960 or 1093? You were actually there fighting against both of them, so I'd be nice to get your take on that. Let's go. One more subscriber and we hit 800. As you can see, this is pretty boring here. Let's go back to the 1V side. going on here? I see fighting animation, but how did a 64 player get over there? What the hell? Their side being 1093 or 1960 or the combined Allied forces. I mean, I guess, you know, we have a swarm everything mentality ourselves, so I respect the hell out of what 960 does. But at the same time, you watch 1093 and they play the game, for lack of a better term, they play the game right. They move in with all their troops, they clear the field, they kick the anchor out of the rally, they launch the rally once the field's clear, and they let the rally do the work. Same thing with garrisons. You know, they will fill with farms consistently, time and time again, farm after farm after farm. You know, so they play the game right, and the teamwork that they display is just beyond what I see in a lot of these kingdoms. I mean, it's obvious they communicate very well. They'll all go back, you know, once they get something on fire, they all go refresh, they come to it again. Farms, man, farms. You know, so I mean, they do it efficiently, and yeah, I mean, it's just a sight to see. Now watching 365, same thing. You know, they can defend some flags like nobody's business. When they decide to all attack and move that ball in, good luck trying to defend. You know, same thing with 1960. When they go at it, and I mean, I saw them probably swarming a flag for 30 minutes straight. You know, again and again and again, the same players would just come in with their 7 marches and swarm the flag. You know, they you know, I guess there is no right way and there is no wrong way to play the game. But there's like you were saying, Reaper, there's an efficient way to play the game, and there's a not so efficient way to play the game. So. Yeah, 960 swarms flags for 20 straight minutes, and they win every trade. Yeah, I mean, they do it with the right marches. You know, they're not out here like some kingdoms swarming flags with Trajan. You know, they're doing it with the right marches, with the right players that have that max tech, that have that swarm tech. You know, and they do it smart as well when they swarm flags. It's just not, I guess one could say it's not as efficient as simply clearing the field and letting the rally do the work. But at the end of the day, if you have a 2-hour rally, you're going to take just as many deads in a 2-hour rally as you do if you have a 20-minute swarm. So, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, apples and oranges, you know, whatever you want to say. You know, and I love swarming. I love swarming myself, you know, so it does two things. One, right? It accomplishes an objective to burn a flag, burn a fort, and especially in lower seed kingdoms, it really demoralizes some of those kingdoms, because they just see that and they're like, what the fuck? These guys are crazy. What are they doing swarming as Zenobia YSS? What are they doing swarming as Zenobia Flavius? You know? What's funny as hell sometimes is you'll have players who are, you know, cheeseburgering, and they'll put their troops in a burning flag, and they'll flash, you know, they'll flash the Lancelot with the rose, or they'll say ha ha at you or whatever, and it's like, motherfucker, just because you're hiding in a burning flag doesn't mean I'm not going to take deads. I'm going to hit the flag and kill you, you know? Yep. Oh, I hear you. But, I mean, kudos to 1365. Most kingdoms that they face would not be able to sustain a flag for 20 minutes with their swarms, right? 5 minutes at the most, and it's done. 9 times out of 10, you can swarm a flag with more troops faster than your enemy can fill the flag. So, I mean, that's ultimate respect for 365 and 1960 and 1093. But yeah, I love it when people try to hide in a flag that borders my territory. Motherfucker, that don't work. And I closed my eyes and I can hear Cat on Discord right now. Oh, this motherfucker went in a flag. Oh, hell no. Hey, Happy. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a good day. All these KVKs are rather slow at the moment, so anything you guys, if there's anything out there you guys want to see, just put some chords in chat and we'll jump over there and take a look. Get rid of some of my red dots here. Basilius, good evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Good to see you. Hey, party time. We hit 800 subs. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Appreciate you. Each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing. We are on the slow grind to 1,000 subs. If anyone is watching that has not yet subscribed to the channel, greatly appreciate it. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a dime. Which museum buff would you put on Alex or Saladin? That's a good question. I haven't even looked yet. We got the shield, direct damage factor, healing effect reduction. Personally, I would do the shield, right? Maybe instead of shielding shield up to 3. All right, let's read through this. Gains a shield that lasts 4 seconds, so increase that to maybe 6 or 7 seconds. Takes a large amount of damage, maybe increase that to 16 or 1800, right? During this effect, during the effect of this shield, up to 3 enemy troops in the circular area take 30% increased damage. Maybe pop that to 50%. 6 seconds. Smaller shield around allied troops with the lowest percentage. Yeah, I mean, I like this first skill. I would probably do this first skill. Woohoo! Thanks, Vasilius. Appreciate that, then. It sometimes it pops up with subscriber notifications, sometimes it doesn't. So honestly, I like this first skill or this second skill. So if they do one of those as a museum buff, that would be fantastic. And who was the other one you were asking about? Alex or Saladin? Reduces the march speed by 50%, okay. And healing effects they receive by 50%. Saladin's already somewhat tanky. Fourth one is damage to garrisons, so yeah, screw that. Any of these first three would be good. I mean, anything to make these commanders usable again for players that have maxed them. You know, because a lot of players who don't spend are maxing these commanders, and then these commanders go extinct right away. I've not seen many Heracles. A lot of things that I've seen people using Jan Ziska with him with great success. But I don't think he's as OP as people initially thought. I mean, I've got him at 5211. That's from taking second in his first MGE. I'll be getting first in this upcoming MGE, so I'll increase his level even more. And then AoE would be nice for Saladin. Yeah, that it would. That it would. And then the next MGE, so they'll have 3 MGEs with Heracles in. The one after that, I'll be getting 3rd or 4th place. And then I have committed to maxing him, expertising him after that. And MF got first, and this one he'll get second, and then he'll get 3rd or 4th in the next one too. So we're going to have at least 2 players with expertise Heracles. You know, I think against a swarm, the best reports that I've seen are against the swarmers. 88 Trillion, Attila. So let's see, there's Jan. I can't tell, is that the Heracles skill? So yeah, 1V's gonna swarm that. We're signed up now, Happy. We are signed up for Nile. We are in the team matchup phase, or whatever they call it. Team choice phase, or I don't know. We've got, after this rally, I'll show you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So we are in King of the Nile. The team up phase is what we were in. There's 1 hour, 53 minutes left in that. This is our team currently. $2160, DR60 is their big alliance in there. We call them the Doctors just because, you know, DR. We played with them. They were in a allied camp, not last KVK, but the one before. Bunch of good guys. They are friends with 1570, so the 3 of us started out, and then I have not been involved in any of the decisions made thus far, but I believe the leaders of 1570, 2160, and 1029 kind of looked at the other kingdoms that applied, and so picked what they felt would be good competition. And now you can take and go through your allies' passes. Ooh, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. You know, it's kind of exciting in a way to play a new KVK format that we haven't done before. At the same time, it's kind of kind of scary. I get scary is not the right word, but I'm kind of apprehensive about doing it because we haven't done it before, right? And when you haven't done something and you don't know about it, I mean, I'll be honest, I have not watched all the YouTube videos out there about Nile KVK to see what's what and what you can do, and you know, maybe tomorrow during work I'll queue up a bunch of those and just watch through them. We'll see. But either way, I enjoy fighting. I enjoy playing with these guys. We should have a blast. You know, I want to stream as much as I possibly can, but if there's heavy fighting taking place, like last KVK, and I'm, you know, using 73 teleports in a 48-hour period to teleport all over the map, streaming is kind of out of the question. It would give away our strategy, give away our position, give away what we're trying to do. Even if I put a delay on and use my blur screen to blur when I zoom out, I'm sure there would be times I forget. So we'll see. I'll stream as much as I can, as much as I feel comfortable doing. You know, without compromising too much of our strategy. Boom, boom, boom. Here's a big boom for Apo. Apocalypse Gaming in the house. How's your KVK going, Apocalypse? We've been jumping around trying to watch several of these KVKs, and I didn't see a whole heck of a lot of fighting going on in yours. It looked, I guess, pretty boring. We streamers always suffer. Yeah, I mean, I've said it 100 times. You know, this is a hobby of mine. This is not something I do to, you know, become a millionaire or make a ton of money, or, you know, it's not gonna ever be a career or a business for me. It's just having fun, meeting new people like yourself, meeting new people in the community. You know, if I get monetized, and every penny I get from that monetization, the ad revenue, whatever the case may be, wherever the money comes from YouTube, donations, etc., it's all going to be pumped right back into the game or right back into my streaming setup to, you know, give you guys the best entertainment I can possibly give you. If you guys don't know Apocalypse, he is he's a content creator as well. Very, very, I mean, when you talk about high energy, I swear every time I watch Apocalypse stream, it's like he's had a 12-pack of Red Bull and 14 espressos. that dude has got so much energy, and I know he said on one of his streams that he works construction too, so I don't know how you work a physical job like construction for, you know, 8, 10, 12 hours, then you come home and you have all that energy to stream. My God, man, must be nice to be young. But yeah, feel free to post a link to your channel in the chat, Apocalypse. So if anyone hasn't subscribed, you know, jump over there, give him a subscription as well. The smaller content creators kind of gotta stick together. We gotta plug each other's channel whenever we can, right? To compete with the big boys. Boom, boom. I need a catchphrase like that. I just don't know what it'd be yet. Reaper, I want what he is on. You know, and then what? Grey Worm the other day doing 40 hours of Marauders straight with, you know, he had a half-hour break here, a 20-minute break there. But man, it must be nice to be young. After about 2.5 hours, 3 hours of continuously talking, All I want to do is take some throat lozenges and go to bed. You know Apple's in the house when you hear the boom boom. I won't say it. I won't say it. Okay, I will say it. So when you're with your wife, are you using the boom boom as well? Hey baby, can I get some boom boom? Yeah, Marauders I can do for a couple hours at a time, but yeah, 40 hours. I mean, I have to go back and watch his stream where he opened all those chests. So I'm seriously debating if I want to do Marauders as KVK or if I want to save my AP for Barbarians. You know, every KVK I tend to lack the AP, and I always go in with the best intentions to chain. But I always tell her it's the boom boom time. You know, 15, 20, 30 minutes of chaining. 2 or 3 barbs running away from me. You know, when it gets to the point where I have steam coming out of my ears and I want to put my fist through the monitor, I'm done. I'm done. Are you asking how big my screen is? I'm running on a ultra wide monitor that's 30 inches. Resolution is 2560 by 1080. Yeah, I don't know how much AP Grey Worm used, but it was a ton. It was a ton. I mean, I wish I had a few more speed ups going into KVK, but it is what it is, right? You know, I'm always lacking on training speed ups. That's why I never really push in a Zenith of Power. Healing speed ups, you know, general speed ups. I have more than I had last KVK, and I think I had 5 million dead last KVK. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Now have you guys used him a lot in 2049? Don't like him? Just 2 more MGEs and I'm expertising Heracles. Yeah, I think he'll be really, really useful in Ark of Osiris, where they swarm structures a lot more than most KVKs. Yeah, we're sitting on right at 1,080 heads right now. I really, it has been incredibly hard for me to sit here with Flavius at 5541, with Tariq at 5233, and not max them. So I mean, when Archer Commanders come out, my goal is to have enough heads to insta-max both of them right away. You know, after 3 days of spinning the wheel and after 1 MGE, I plan to max Archer Commanders. That's just my thing, Archers. So I'm trying to conserve gold heads, but yet at the same time get the commanders that we're going to need in an upcoming KVK, and possibly Heracles and Tariq. You know, we have others that have better gear than me for infantry. This Now, not these accessories. You know, obviously, if I were to rally, I would put probably ringing a horn on, right? But this is my best infantry set here, and second best infantry set. You know, so I definitely would not be the first choice to rally with infantry with a Tariq Kal or Sargon Tariq. We have others with better stuff, but I would be a backup, right? You know, same with cavalry. This is my best cavalry set. These are 25% done. So I'm not I mean, there are others with KVK helmets that are procced accessories. So I'm not the first choice to rally with cavalry, but I can if the need arises. You know, but if it's time to rally with archers, I'm there, baby. That's me. No set boot, or just didn't like 10% for infantry? For which one? For Guan? Oh, so since this is the set that I will also put on Zenobia if I need to garrison, I wanted to jack up the defense as much as possible. So that's why I didn't do the set boots and the set gloves. Hope that answers your question. So yeah, this is why I like to call myself an archer player, right? And I didn't consider myself an archer player until after season 3 of Osiris League. You know, because the skin that we got for winning Osiris League in season 3 is the 10% archer attack. So, you know, that's a nice skin when you got a rally and you own the field. So I don't, like I said, I don't generally compete in Zenith of Power. So the legendary skins that I have are this one, Summer Palace from season 3. I have the Topaki Palace from the KVK shop, you know, 10% archer defense. And then I have got Alhambra Palace also from season 3 of Osiris League. You know, those are my 3 legendary city skins. You know, so that's why I primarily run archers. That, and they're damn good. I mean, archers, you can pretty much put any 2 archers together and you're still running good sets. So that's my second archer set. My third archer set is right here. So we need some accessories there, but got a good start. Armaments, we can look at Boudica's armaments. So very nice. Everything's archer. Very happy about that. With 3.5% inscription for attack, 2.5% for health, and another 2.5% attack. So Boudica is looking stacked. But this is why I'm excited about being able to redo some of the attributes on armaments, right? Because Guan, I mean, these stats for his attributes are not that fantastic. 2.415 and all damage 1.2. You know, but I mean, look at these inscriptions. I mean, this one's 2 inscriptions, but only 1 infantry stat. So that's why I'm kind of excited about the. Yeah, it's going to be random again. I get that, but at the same time, you know, I'll be able to get rid of some of the garbage. So it depends, Reaper. My favorite archer rally is probably Gilga Henry. Next would probably be Boudica Henry. And then if we don't own the field, like if we're not dominating the field, Gilganibu. Or, I'm sorry, Henry Nibu. But how many people we got in here? 17. So yeah, I mean, the first new museum buff I'm going after, that's Tommy. I mean, I don't know what they can do to make her better, but oh man, she is definitely in my 5 marches, in my 6 marches, and in my 7 marches, right? I absolutely love Tommy. But that doesn't leave this chat, right? Let's keep Tommy a secret as best we can. If somebody asks you if they should max Tommy, tell them no, she sucks. No, Lawrence. How many farms a person have is not important when somebody applies to our kingdom. You know, that said, we want the people who apply here to be able to sustain fighting from the start of KVK till the end of KVK without having to ask others for resources. So we want everybody to stand on their own 2 feet and be self-sufficient. Now, that said, you know, if somebody needs resources, I'll be happy to send them resources, provided they are here in the off season. I see them sending gatherers out on a daily basis to the Alliance resource pits. I see them competing in events, participating in events. I see them grinding, you know. But if you take the entire off season off and then you come into KVK and start asking me for resources, I'm going to flip you the bird. So if somebody's here, if they're doing what they need to do in the off season, participating, grinding, being active, and they ask for resources, I'm happy to give resources, as long as they're fighting. You know, if they ask me for resources so they can push in Zenith of Power, again, I'm going to flip them the bird, right? So farms are important, but it's not a requirement to come to the kingdom. You know, everyone who applies has to go through a written application and then do a voice interview with Kat, who is our king. And the main thing is that we want people who are going to fit well with our existing players. You know, we don't want to bring douchebags in here that disrupt our flow and disrupt our friendships that we already have. Yeah, and you know, exactly, Reaper, we try and make sure that anyone coming in, and I'm a bad example because my AP is maxed out, right? I'm surprised nobody's called me on that yet. You know, we want people to be able to run forts consistently with their main account and then fill it with a farm account. So 1+1 level 5 forts, or even level 4 forts if you can't do 5s by yourself. You know, and most of us do that on a daily basis, and we fill those with our farms. Yes, I have a ton of farms. I have 4 farms on this email address. And then I have 6 more farms on 2 other email addresses. So I have a total of 10 farms. That's how my resources are where they are. That, and I play in a low seed kingdom, you know. Get about, oh boy, that's ugly. I get anywhere from 1 to 2 billion kill points in a KVK. Generally go through about 5 to 7 billion of each resource in a KVK, which is a lot less than a lot of these guys go through in these Imperium KVKs. Every farm I have is level 25, so all the collectors are putting out some good numbers on a daily basis. The big thing is I keep I don't necessarily go through them every 2 hours or anything, but I will make sure that I have farmers in the alliance pits and make sure I'm going through collecting things. Once you get them to level 25, it's not not a huge amount of work. You can flip through them relatively quickly. I mean, it's not like you got to upgrade all the commanders, right? You just got to get the gathering commanders up to level 40, so that they gather a little quicker, so that you get those extra resources when they finish off a pit and so on. But I'd say maybe I spend a half hour in the morning as soon as I get up sending gatherers out on my 10 farms, and before I go to bed I'll spend another half hour sending those gatherers out. And then I have a job that allows me to work from home, so I'll sit there with the tablet up while I'm doing my work, and as farmers on these accounts come home, I'll cycle through those about every 2.5 hours and keep them going. As far as the other 6 accounts, I'll send those out in the morning. Like I said, in the evening before I go to bed, I'll make sure that I got a march in the alliance pits, and I'll send them out then too. But once you get them to 25, you're getting like 500,000 of each resource every time you top off one of the collectors. So it's well worth it. And to get it to 25, you don't have to upgrade. There are only certain buildings you have to upgrade. You don't have to upgrade everything else to 25. It's a grind. It's definitely a grind to get there. But once you do, I mean, you see in the upper right-hand corner here how beneficial it can be. Yeah. Nope, that's a good plan. So not a lot here, just your skirmish every now and again at the pass. That's boring. Horseplay, if you're still here, let's see some action, man. Rally something. Ooh, here's a rally on a city. Not for long. Not for long.
Emotional damage.
Nice, 52 million deads. Very nice. Newer player too. Come on, rally it again, 1v. You got a lot of people there. You can do it. You can take him down. Sorry, give me just a second here. Make sure we got a pit up. So how long has this got? 30 minutes? Yeah, 30 minutes, guys. I'll need to cycle through my farms and make sure they're in the pit. So remind me. Anyone know when VIP 19 comes out? Let's check out Apocalypse KVK. See where they're at. Those banners for the Osiris League winners, those are so sexy. Put that map up now. Sorry about that. Keep switching KVKs, forgetting to change the map. I think I might have stole this one from you, Apocalypse. Maybe. Forget whose logo that is. I left the logo in the middle, though, to give the content creator credit, right? I see a fort on fire here. A couple of them, but I don't see anything burning. Or I don't see any fighting going on. Bunch of troops coming home from something. Baba. Yeah, looks like 89 is progressing. Yeah, I was too. I was expecting much bigger fights for a longer period of time in this one than we have yet to see. Just refreshing, bring them back. What are they doing next? Where are you going, guys? Oh, this one. Yep, get that one next. So for those of you tuning in for the first time, a lot of the graphics that I make are designed by Electro King. Oops, I did not mean to do that on that screen. I meant to do that over here. If you or your kingdom are looking for advertisements, recruiting ads, you need avatars, you need things designed for your stream, look him up. He does a fantastic job, has a great turnaround time. I think the most he's ever made me wait for something I've asked is like 4 hours. So fantastic, good prices, great work, and he's a friend of mine too. So tell him Lambo sent you. He made the little, where's the button? Here it is. He made the little road to 1K subs graphic that you see in the middle of the screen now. Along with the overlays, the recent subscriber, latest donation, tip donation, or top donation, all that stuff on the bottom. All of my thumbnails, you know, he does great work. Can't say enough about Electro King. And recently on Saturday, when we did a podcast with Lattice, Beast, and Plato, although Lattice wasn't there, Electro King gave away a free avatar. So he's a very generous man as well. to help promote the stream, he offered to do some graphics work for free for somebody. Come on, come on.
Fight!
Let's go. When we do hit 1,000 subs, I will be giving away a hoodie, a t-shirt, and a coffee mug. So we'll do a special stream once we hit 1,000. Give some stuff away. It's always fun to get free shit, right? When we hit 500, Alloy's got a free t-shirt, and so did Hornet. In the drawing we did then. So... looks like this guy's trying to solo fill that flag. Yeah, because you need some kill points, so yeah, good idea. Cheeseburgering. Yeah, the 2489 will be scary as all hell. If they get some of the 1021 blackjack players in here. My God. I mean, they're scary enough already, but you bring some experienced players from 1021 in here? Wow. And 1960s getting even stronger with players from 1412. I mean, pretty soon. Pretty soon, there's going to be 8 kingdoms in the same KVK time and time again, because nobody else will be even close to their power. But wouldn't that be something? 1960, 2489, 254. 1093, 1365. We'll throw 1307 in there. I mean, that would be something to see. Waiting for this rally. Come on, guys. March faster. And you sent a Boudica since she's set up as the charge captain. Does he show his trees? Nope. So when I'm not streaming, best way to get a hold of me is probably through Discord. There's a link to my Discord in the chat. Thank you, Nightbot. Pop on over there. You know, honestly, there's not a whole lot going on there, but I do monitor that throughout the day. So if there's KVK or Civil War or something going on, just let me know. And if I'm available, I'll see if I can't pop on and stream. Or if you've got a KVK that you're in that you want covered, hey, hook up with me. Let me know. We'll see what we can do. That wasn't smart, guy. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that 89 didn't get in that 1365 KVK in that window too. I think they got a no match found when they tried though. Don't quote me on that. So I remember playing against Baba in KVK 1 when he was only 140, 150 million power. I remember the alliance I was in, they told us to build next to the pass that Baba's alliance had. And we were told by the ruling alliance, okay, guard this pass. When Baba comes out, you call us. So that's what we did. Here comes Baba. About 10, 15 players would pour it over in 10 seconds. That was a fun KVK too. Well, you have to keep in mind though, the true KVK 1, people had about a year to grow their account before they got thrown into a KVK. So there was a year between the time the game started and the time they actually started doing KVKs. You know, it's not like now where, you go to a kingdom and 2 months later, you're in KVK. That's just absolutely crazy to me. We had a good 9-10 months before we hit KVK. We had more civil wars in the home kingdom, which civil war is not necessarily, well, it's a bad thing nowadays because you've only got a couple of months before KVK hits. So yeah, like I said, there's Boudica as the rally lead. Civil war is a bad thing now before your KVK 1 for the simple fact that you really got to be together as a kingdom going into KVK 1. But Civil Wars helped in the beginning of this game just to get people used to the fighting mechanics. That's before there were a lot of videos out there on any of this. Before there were a lot of content creators out there creating videos for this stuff. Nowadays, you start a new account, you're in a KVK in 2 months, and there are a lot more events now to help players grow faster though than there were back at the start of this game. You were grinding. You were literally grinding to get those gold heads. Nowadays you've got a gold head event that pops every other week almost. You've got Karak where you can get 12 gold heads. You've got several other events. Even the little events like Olympia and the boat event where you can get a couple of gold heads here and there. We didn't have any of that back in the day. It was, you had to reach a certain VIP level and accumulate those gold heads slowly, or you had to buy that bundle to get the gold heads. Osiris, you always got gold heads for. But it was much harder to grow quickly back in the day than it is now. So that flag got burned rather easily. What's building here? Is this just a junk flag? That's just a junk flag. Hey Tech, good morning. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. We're trying to find some KVK action here. We're desperately digging for it. Haha, see, I remembered to switch the map that time when I went to the 307 KVK. There's just nothing going on over here. Maybe they all got their 30 million kill points and they're waiting for Kingsland now. Who knows? There it is. I knew sooner or later somebody was going to tell me my action points are full. Thanks, Yaffy. On your morning run. How far do you run every morning? I know we got two guys that run quite frequently. Resurgence frequently participates in 5 and 10Ks, and then he is trying to get into some marathons as well. That's just crazy to me. And I know when Stitch is a new father, relatively new father, I know when he needs to get out of the house, he goes for a run now. So, although he did that before the baby was there too. Oh, okay. We might see a fort rally here. We'll keep it on this one for a little bit. So if it's your morning run, you must be in like Australia or Eastern Asia somewhere, maybe Japan. The song that is currently playing is on Epidemic Sound, and it is called I Am Indestructible. Featuring Tiger Blood Jewel. I don't know. I Am Indestructible instrumental version. That's right. You told me once you were in Singapore. I'm sorry. I killed a lot of brain cells back in the 1980s. My memory's not what it used to be. So yeah, Epidemic Sound is what I use for my music. It is all copyright-free music. There is a link in the description if you're interested. If you sign up, I think you can. I think they're still offering a free 30-day trial before they actually start charging you, and then it's like $9.99 a month. If you sign up using my link, and you ultimately get a paying subscription, I get a month free. So hey, yeah, bonus. But I mean, I wish I could play like AC/DC, Aerosmith, Ozzy, Guns N' Roses. But yeah, that's a big no-no with YouTube. But I like to keep the music a little more upbeat. I know a lot of these content creators play that rave dance type music. That's just not my style. I grew up in the 1980s with the heavy metal hair bands, Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, that type of stuff. So I enjoy the more guitar oriented heavy metal type music than I do the dance music. I'm not a dancer. I have 2 left feet. Much like I have the voice for radio, I have the face for radio. I am not a dancer. Nice. We got 24 people watching. If you're not subscribed already, it'd be great if you could do so. Helps me out tremendously. We are on our way to 1,000 subs. And why didn't the other one pop? Okay, it's a little late there. Absolutely free to you to hit that subscribe button. Heck, if you don't want to be notified when I go live, just don't hit the bell icon, right? If you want to get notified when I go live, hit that bell icon too. And smash that like button if you're enjoying the content. Yeah, I was on Plato's stream the other night. It was quite a fun stream. He wants to put together a new PC. So that's kind of another hobby of mine is building computers. So I was there helping him pick out components, and at the end of the day, we were initially just going to upgrade his PC with some memory, a CPU, and a new graphics card. But once we realized the new graphics card, he would need a new power supply also. And the case he had was not very airflow friendly, so he would have to get a new case. We figured, okay, your upgrade cost is right around $2,000. We might as well just look at getting you a new PC. But I'm not getting a new PC. Yet. I'm sure once Plato gets his new PC with a 13900K Intel processor and a 4090 card, that I will have to keep up with the Joneses, right? Right now I've only got a 3070 Ti, 64 gigs of RAM, and a 10900K, which is a 10-core processor. So it does really well for what I need it to do, and it's fast as fuck. I love it, but yep, he decided on going for the 4090. This flag's going down real quick. Yeah, his case was not a good case for airflow, and if you're gonna put a beefier graphics card in and a beefier processor in, you really want a case with good airflow. He was saying, what did he say on his stream? Yeah, he said, the door to my case is open because every now and then my fan stops and I gotta reach in there and start it spinning again manually. I said, okay, well, it's time to get a new case and new fans then too. Another 1v rally. Oh, they're going for this 152 million power player again, huh? Not enough people here though. Come on, keep the rally full, do some damage. Are they just gonna give him another love tap? Oh, I can't see the white numbers on the city because the Novia icon is blocking it. Oh, they're going to cancel soon. Nobody's refilling it. Is that loud? Do I really need to turn it down? I mean, I've got I must have different volume levels set in my headset here than y'all hear on the on the stream itself. Reinforce the... Nobody wants to reinforce that. Y'all better cancel. There you go. Alright, check out the 307 side again here. I think they're all taking the day off though. Yep, nothing there. Oops. We'll go back to... So we can do this. This is the first kingdom I was ever in, 1207. Much has changed here. In 1029, we fought them in a KVK. So that was kind of fun. There were only a few players there that even remembered me, so... But I think they're a very low seed kingdom themselves. The next kingdom I was in was 1039. That was with White Tigers and Solimar. Lots has changed there as well. After we went in KVK 1, KVK 2, we went against, I think it was 1016, which was at that time Legend Roni and Dragothian. And I think 1093 was also in that KVK. So yeah, that was crazy. We got our asses handed to us there, and Chisgul and a bunch of the fighters left shortly after. So that was kind of the downfall of that kingdom. Some nice people here. I know Andrew, Natalina, you know, the King Harami, and Furist. You know, those good people here still. But we faced them in a KVK as well and beat them. So it's kind of funny that two of my former kingdoms we met up in KVK with and beat them both times. After 1039, we went to 1052. I'm sure you all know 1052. That is OV, Season 1, Season 3, Osiris League Champions. Still got a decent kingdom, you know, a decent amount of power here. I know a lot of folks have recently left. They had DB and iGambit and several migrate to 2489 to make them even stronger as well. So OV and LV, I had a bunch of fun when I was in this kingdom. I wouldn't trade my time there for anything. Learned a lot. Learned an absolute lot. Wick Gaming, John Wick, taught me so much more in the 6 to 8 months that I played with him than I had learned in the prior 2.5 years. So those guys were fantastic. And then, you know, after being in 1052, that's when I came to 1029 after playing in a KVK with MF. They were allied with 1052, and meeting him and all the folks here, Cat and Mavic and, you know, Reaper and Stitch and these guys. They're awesome. All right, where do we go? 2489. Change the map. There's a flag repairing there. Imagine a rally shortly. So we'll check out this rally, and then I'm gonna have to cycle through those farms to get them in the gold pit because my half hour is up. Right? I have no idea what happened to Maverick L. Maverick L. You know, the going around joke was that he was one of the developers just trying to push Baba to spend money by racing to 1 billion power. You know, God only knows. God only knows. I never met Mavic, never played with him, never played against him. You know, a lot of the other players in this kingdom I played with or against. Went against Bunny in a KVK. Of course, I played with MF. I went against Baba in a KVK. You know, so been around for a while. Nah, I'm not a whale. I'm not a whale. When you play in a kingdom with this man right here, I'm not a whale. Right? Where are the rankings? So yeah, MF's got 3 times the amount of kill points that I have. Yep. He is the whale. He is the Kraken. But haha, I got him on building time. Well, all of my farms have him on building time. And when it comes to oh, I heard a king skill. Let's watch the rally. How come there are accounts for sale in 1254 for $500? I don't know. You know, some of them may have been native to the kingdom. Some of them may have been farms that they're selling off. You know, God only knows. I don't pay much attention to the buy-sell boards. Or buy-sell discords. Oh, this flag's going down fast. Bye-bye. You know, I used to pay kind of close attention to them. But nowadays, I mean, even like my account, I couldn't get that much for it anymore. I'll never sell. You know, when I quit this game, I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. I'm going to teleport off territory in the middle of a KVK and just watch the fun ensue. Grab my popcorn and watch my ass get rallied. Yeah, that's what happens if you turn your sounds on, cat. Soup Gaming, good afternoon. I have not tried Call of Dragons. I will not try Call of Dragons. One Lilith game is plenty for me. Alright, so I do apologize, guys. We're going to take a break from the KVK action here, cycle through some farms, get them in the gold pit. Gold. Precious. My precious. It's like perfect timing. Oops, that's only level 5. I'll take it. I'll take it. I know it's probably driving some of you nuts that I'm not clearing off all the red dots every time I go through these, but I do that once a day. I'll go through, collect all the alliance chests in the morning on these 4 farms, and then after I get some of the work done that I have to do every single morning for my actual job, takes about 2 hours every morning to get reports pulled and sent out and respond to emails and stuff, and then I'll go through my other farms and clear red dots on those. There are lots of sounds in this game, Cat, that clue you into what's going on around you. I know a lot of people play with sound off. I can't. The silence drives me absolutely crazy. The best job to have to actually play Rise of Kingdoms would probably be a full-time content creator, because you could just play the game all day, not have to worry about reporting to anybody. But yeah, to be retired and have millions and millions of dollars, that would probably be the best situation. So give me just another second here. I had to log on to my other email addresses and get 2 other farms in that pit. So I am on. Oh, here you can see what I'm doing here. Let me just desktop. There we go. Nothing super secret here. See, like these 2 farms, though, I'll just throw them in the pit, and right before I go to bed tonight, then I'll send the gatherers out. But it's nice. I can use these farms then to fill rallies and fill flags in KVK. You know, and I'll have them on the side screen here. Use them to fill rallies, fill flags in KVK, and can keep fighting with my 5, 6, 7 marchers on my main account. Yeah, see, I'm lucky, right? I work from home, full-time work from home, so I can have the tablet up in front of my 2 work monitors, and when farmers come home, I can just send them right back out. So I have that. I have that going for me. That's why I have so many. Part of the reason I have so many resources. The 10 farms. 10 farms also help. But then, you know, I'm older. I'm 52 years old. So my kids are 26, 23, and 19. You know, so they're relatively self-sufficient. I don't have to, you know, fix them lunch, make them dinner. The older one is no longer living at home, but the younger 2, excuse me, are still going to college. So they are living at home to save money until they graduate college, and then Oh, please God, I hope they move out then. um, but they're self-sufficient. So, been married to the same wonderful woman for 20. It'll be 27 years in August. And she doesn't have a problem generally that I'm playing games. She would rather have me sitting here in my office playing these games, talking to you guys on YouTube than out at the bar dropping money and getting absolutely shit faced. So it's a great relationship that we have. I love my wife to death. Wouldn't trade her for the world. No, I tried to get my youngest son. My youngest son is a quote unquote gamer, right? He plays the hell out of Super Smash Brothers, plays the hell out of Halo. More of a console gamer. He played Clash Royale on his phone for a little while, but I give him shit all the time. I'll be like, hey Jake, have you ever won anything in these games that you play? No, you haven't? Oh, come and take a look at my Osiris League medal. Right? Your 50-year-old dad has won more in video games than you have. Better keep going to school, my son. But I tried to get him to play Rock. But he's not one for the city builder strategy type games. He likes the instant action, the Super Smash Brothers, the Halo, where you get that instant gratification. My oldest son thinks I'm absolutely crazy. Play the game as much as I do and have a YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel and he just kind of rolled his eyes. My daughter, I showed her, I got a couple of my own t-shirts, right? I showed her, of course I'm sitting here talking and we're watching my marchers just walk home. Sorry about that. Showed my daughter a couple of the t-shirts that I had with my logo and with, Kingdom 1029, Swarm Nation, that type of stuff on. And she just rolled her eyes. So I think she plays The Sims and Animal Crossing, games like that. And then my oldest son, he's more of a console gamer too. He does the Madden, he does the Spider-Man, the Batman, those Marvel DC type games. But he's got his father's temper. So, at least the same temperament I had when I was younger. So, if he can't beat a level right away, or he can't, or he gets picked off in Madden and they intercept him, or they run a touchdown back, or whatever, I mean, you better duck and cover, because that controller's flying halfway across the room. Been years. My wife doesn't game per se. She does things like Words with Friends and Scrabble and stuff like that. The games that make you think a little bit more. She plays those type of games. Back in the day, she played Sim City on the Super Nintendo when we had a Super Nintendo. She enjoyed that, but I think she would really get a kick out of Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that. Like Hogwarts Legacy, we loved Harry Potter. Harry Potter hit at the exact time our kids were growing up. She would read them a chapter a night in the Harry Potter books before they went to bed. She would read it out loud to them, because she wanted to read it too. But the kids were really little when Harry Potter started coming out, so I think she would get a kick out of Hogwarts Legacy, because it's the graphics in that are head and shoulders above any game she's ever played before. But it's hard to take a person from NES console or Super Nintendo console with 2 to 4 buttons on it to a Xbox or PlayStation controller that's got right trigger, left trigger, right button, left button, and then 6 or 7 other buttons on the face of the controller. we haven't made that leap yet, but you know, maybe we'll get a PS5 and get that Hogwarts, get her game again. I did one Hogwarts Legacy stream, but the stream was so laggy it wasn't even funny. I don't know if I had something wrong in my settings or what, but I mean, the first part of it, you know, the first hour or so, it seemed to be going relatively smooth, but then it started getting all herky-jerky, crazy, nasty. That's your issue with the controllers? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in some of these games, they'll flash like the X button on the screen, and you got to know where it is right away. You know, where I can just picture my wife. Okay, X. Then she'd look down at the controller, and by then you're dead. You know, so I mean, it wouldn't take too long, but at the same time, there would be some frustration there that's involved with. The learning curve would be rather steep. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I thought there would be more action, specifically in the 307 KVK. I mean, we've seen some fort rallies here or there in the 2049 and yeah, Nintendo NES, that was my jam. Mario, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, and then the original, the original Tecmo Bowl. I was a god at Tecmo Bowl. And we would throw parties, have people over, and we would, you know, we'd all slap down $10, have a Tecmo Bowl tournament, and I always won. I never lost at that game. I played as the Denver Broncos, and they had one play that was absolutely unstoppable. Unstoppable. And that's right after the Broncos had picked up Tony Dorsett from the Dallas Cowboys. So, you know, they had a good running game, and they had one pass play with John Elway that was, I mean, literally unstoppable. You couldn't stop it. It was 7 yards every time. And then Blades of Steel, we played the hell out of that. Oh, just a fun time. Those were the good old days, right? When gas costs, you know, less than $1 a gallon. You could rent a 2-bedroom apartment for, you know, $250 a month. And a decent apartment, too. Those were the good old days. It's the L1, L2 that fuck you up. Yeah. I get those confused sometimes too. Because they got the right button and the left button, and then the L1, the L2. As far as video games go, I would say, you know, two Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption 2, Hogwarts Legacy, the Madden series, you know, not the Maddens recently, but back in the day when they were actually improving the game. You know, those are some of my favorites right there. You know, Battlefield 2, that was fun as hell back when we would squad up. America's Army, when that first came out. Yeah, I do. I apologize. I try and hit the mute button before I suck on the vape. But you may hear that from time to time. Smoked for damn near 20 years, then quit smoking. And started vaping. Don't know which is worse for you. I feel a hell of a lot better vaping than I ever did smoking. So, you know, that's one thing. But, you know, we'll see in years to come what actual chemicals this is putting into my body, right? I apologize if it's annoying. I will make every effort to hit that mute button next time. Yeah, Super Mario 3, that's one of the best games I've ever played. But America's Army was fun. I was on a clan. We placed number 6 in the world in the close quarter combat maps. My Battlefield 2 clan, we were top 10 in the world. That's before before all this E-League stuff too, right? You had different leagues online, but nobody was getting paid for it back then. Yeah, no, I don't have a disposable Benji. I have one that I refill. The juice that I use, it's Pop Clouds watermelon. Tastes kind of like watermelon candy. It's only 6 milligrams of nicotine, so it's not that strong, but it's impossible to quit smoking cigarettes cold turkey. So, my intent was to lower it from 6 to 3 to 0. But that hasn't worked out so well. Alrighty, Lamb, chill out. What? Yeah, the problem I have with Call of Duty is you have the aim assist for controller players. And I'm going to be honest with you, I play first-person shooters, mouse and keyboard, which has advantages and disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage is you don't get that aim assist, right? So it's hard, especially in mid to long range shots, to because then I gotta hit a button on my mouse. I gotta lower the DPI so it doesn't move as quickly. It's hard to do that when somebody can just spin around and they're auto aimed at you. And that's the problem I have. I tried playing on controller several times. Back when I was in my late 30s, early 40s, I tried controller several times. But when you got some 9-year-old kid laughing at you over comms because you don't know what you're doing on controller, it gets rather frustrating. So I said screw it, and I'm mouse and keyboard. But when you get old and you've been having a desk job and typing on a keyboard for anywhere from 8 to 16 hours a day for the past 17 years, it's hard to play on mouse and keyboard, because your hands cramp up so quickly. I mean, I love watching you guys play Warzone. I love watching others play Warzone. I have played a bit of Warzone, but I can't just sit there and play it continuously. My left hand will lock up from being on the keys, and it will just be painful. Hey, Electro King, good to see you. Doing well. Getting kind of bored, and I'm sure everyone else is, because I'm not moving around to show anything while I'm talking here. But there's really nothing to see. The 307 KVK has gotten quite boring. This 2489 KVK, it seems like they're free burning flags. I mean, they're rallying flags, but there's absolutely no presence from the enemies. So the light and dark KVK we were watching the other day with Nephisto, that has kind of mellowed out with the drama. The KVK1 that we were watching with Jordan in it, that seems to be rather wrapped up. One day of fighting in Kingsland and it's over. Yep, I got the new graphic programmed right here. Very sexy, very sexy. I've plugged you once or twice in stream already, because this is the man that made that Road to 1K graphic for me. And the overlays and a lot of the other stuff you see, the thumbnails, a lot of the other stuff you see. So, yep. Absolutely. Blue Savvy, hello. So, contact information for Electric King's Discord. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. For your graphics needs, see Electro King. He does a lot of stuff for Skywalker too. Has done stuff for other content creators out there. Good guy, fast turnaround. Ethan, hello. Good to see you guys. So I don't know how much action we will see in KVK. Things are rather boring at the moment. So maybe look at the 1v pass again over here. Yeah, it looks good, Electro King. I totally appreciate that. And we hit 803 subscribers now, so thank you all very much. It just habit. I see this level 3 gem node here, and I'm going over there to click on it and send out a gatherer. Can we see 4 to 1474? Sure. Was that in the other KVK? I believe it is, right? Where are we here? Oh, I had this book. There we go. I think this is the right KVK, right? I took the map down. Yep, 1474 is in the upper right-hand side. Although they're over here too. Which fort do you want to see? I don't know if they have any of these burning, do they? I'll check in a second, see if they have forts in another part of the map. But yeah, I don't think any of these are burning. 84 and 474 are allies. All these three on top are allies, so. Looks like this territory was going against this territory. Shakiri. Yeah, there were literally what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 474 forts there. Here's one here. Okay, you're probably meaning down here, right? $84, 474. Those guys are allies. Another 474 here. My guess is this might be 2. Sorry, Lawrence. Tien, is that what you were looking for? There are so many frickin' forts in this area. Good lord. How is 412 doing over here? We really haven't looked at how they've been doing. Guess what they would be against 80. No. They're 2489. They're friendlies. 84 and 89 are enemies, so there could be fighting here, right? I guess not. All in all, it's been a pretty boring day as far as KVKs go. We saw a few rallies. That said, I think we're gonna call it an evening here. Let me get out on YouTube and see if there is anyone else streaming that I can send you over to. I can't do an official raid, but I can post a link in the chat. And I don't see anyone. Don't see anyone. Everyone's probably taking a break because there's nothing going on. But that said, I do believe we're going to call it an evening here. I'm going to have to pick my son up from work shortly. Got a couple things to do around the house and need to get some food in the belly. So thank you all for jumping on, tuning in, hanging out with me for a couple of hours. Greatly appreciated. We hit that 800 subscribers today, so thank you all for that. And we'll maybe we'll fire up a stream tomorrow if there's some KVK action going on. It'll probably be an impromptu stream though, if I see fighting going on rather than something that's scheduled. Otherwise, we'll hit you up this weekend. Either way, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Yep. We are, to answer your question real quick, we are registered for King of the Nile. So it should be a fun match. We haven't done the King of the Nile ever, so we're looking forward to it. Alright, that said, thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time.